stride like a freight train approaching a storm. Members of the crew moved aside when they noticed that her eyes were burning. A couple of the actors peeked around corners. At the far end of the hall, phones are already in hand. In the middle of a conference call with the producer, Tasha K stood in the green room, as if she hadn't just exploded. She was laughing and drinking from a branded water bottle. The door blasted open, revealing a scandal of nuclear proportions in the worlds of hip-hop and love. Everybody's heads turned. Bambi made no hesitation. She entered right away. Her gaze was fixed on her objective. Fists, her knuckles were white. From the tight grip she had, there was silence in the room. "I take it you find this amusing," Bambi's voice cut through the silence, piercing and poisonous. "Do you now find it amusing to ruin someone's life?" Tasha K remained unflinching. She dropped her bottle quietly, glanced up and down at Bambi, and then smirked as she inclined her head. "My dear, I don't ruin lives. I tell the truth. If your life was destroyed, it may have been founded on false information in the first place." Shocks, the showrunner, was alerted when a production person began muttering into their earpiece. Bambi went one step farther ahead, her heaving chest. "It was not your place to publish the news. You did not ask me. You didn't give me an opportunity to clarify. You made me laugh out loud when you went live. I posted the information live." Tasha fired back, standing tall now, yet still calm. "You attempted to hide the same facts. You were more concerned with preserving your reputation than the truth. And now you're being caught up by it." Bambi lowered the pitch of her voice, risky and emotionally brittle. "I'm not someone you know. You have no idea what I've endured. You have no idea how much it took to keep everything together." Tasha K rolled her eyes. "Please, by lying, manipulating, and being scrappy, you managed to keep everything together. That individual deserves better than false allegiance and secrets." Something broke inside Bambi at that very moment. She made a lunge. Security moved in instantly, arms raised between them. As he moved forward, inches from Tasha's face, Spice showed up at the door out of nowhere and was dragged by the shouting and hurried to assist in separating the two. "Bambi, no!" In an attempt to defuse the situation, Spice yelled, "Girl, don't do this. Don't give them more reason to drag you." However, Bambi was not paying attention. She was now trembling and crying as she said, "You destroyed my life." "You don't. I had a complete life and a family, and you blew it up like it was your little YouTube series. You get to pretend like you're righteous when you're just messy for a check." Still composed but unyielding, Tasha K leaned in and said, "I didn't ruin your life, Bambi. You did that the moment you lied. I merely made sure you couldn't lie any longer about who your baby's father was." A factory worker attempted to yank Bambi away, but she surged past them. "You went too far. This was between Scrappy and me? You had no Tron ride? You're screaming louder again." "No, exactly." Spice was attempting to pull her out the room while holding her. "Tasha K, I have every right to stand my stance when individuals are harmed by lies like yours." Scrappy deserved the truth, and the phrase, fan base, and Wisting struck Bambi hard. Her inbox was filled with abuse. Brands were withdrawing, and her business was imploding. DM deals disappeared. "You don't realize what you've done," she said in a tremulous voice. Tasha K came forward, arms crossed. "Now, this isn't just drama. You destroyed my entire life and my entire name. That's not on me. Perhaps you shouldn't have risked your life on a falsehood." By now, cameras were in progress, producers had intervened, phones were out, social media was already aflutter. Leaked video would appear on Instagram before the show even started. "And at Junior, this is going to blow up the internet," PA muttered. Erica, Mina, Sierra, and Rashidita waited motionless backstage. Erica took out her phone, pressed record. "Told y'all this day was coming," he murmured. Spice eventually succeeded in dragging Bambi out of the room, but not before she made one more loop around. Security shut the door behind them as Tasha K, suddenly by herself with herself, said, "If I go down, I'm taking you with me." Producers stated she should have considered that before lying to a man who gave her everything. While staring directly into the camera, the strain backstage remained active. The word had gotten out. Mama D had come sooner than expected. Shortly after the altercation, she entered the scene with her phone in hand and began watching the video that had just been given to her. Slowly, she shook her head, lips pressed together. The world now knows Bambi's true identity. Bambi, meantime, was sitting slouched in the corridor with her hair unkempt and mascara on, ruined. Spice knelt next to her and tried to comfort her, but Bambi was distraught. "They believe that I'm a victim," she cried. "They really think I'm just evil." "No," Spice said as she brushed her hair back. "But you have to come clean, sis. You can't combat the truth with more falsehoods, especially from someone like Don't Be Fair, Tasha. She doesn't lose. Once more, Bambi's phone buzzed. It was a private number this time. After a moment of staring, she pressed refuse. A message appeared a moment later. She turned to Spice with blazing eyes and said, "You made your bed. Now lie in it. Tasha wants war. I'm going to fix this. I don't care what I have to do. She has it." And Bambi got to her feet. Behind her, the lights in the hallway flickered like a warning sign. Her gaze met one final time onto the camera lens. The conflict was only getting started. Social media was in flames the following morning. All of the big blogs had already posted clips from the battle. Hollywood opened the neighborhood conversation. Term of spirituality. Despite having varying filters and viewpoints, they all shared the same headline. Bambi on the LHH set. A meltdown on Tasha K. DNA drama breaks out. The video was uncut. The clips reverberated with Bambi's cries. Anger, grief, and heartbreak disfigured her face. Tasha K. is as tall as a wall of bricks. Her delivery of the deadly phrases was unrepentant, uncompromising, and even icy. A battleground was created by the remarks. Tasha was criticized by several fans for being untidy and opportunistic. She was praised as a hero by others for revealing the truth. However, one thing was evident. The story was slipping out of Bambi's grasp. Bambi sat on the edge of her couch in her apartment, scrolling aimlessly through the mess. Her phone had been vibrating since the previous evening. Her PR representative was pleading with her to keep silent. Her supervisor was requesting that she make a statement, but Bambi was unable to believe that she was out of breath. She could only watch in real time as she fell apart. Bambi is revealed, meme by meme, hash by hash, hashtag Bambi lead, hashtag Tash on Bo concerned, hashtag frugal, deserved better. Every time she saw his name, her heart ached. Tenacious, he had made no posts at all. Not a single tweet, comment, or even story view. His quiet was more audible than anything that had been mentioned by others. Abandonment was the reason it was affirmation. And even worse, it was what she almost startled when the doorbell rang. She approached the door with shaking hands. She had no expectations. Spice stood when she opened it, their face tense with worry, arms crossed. "She doesn't play fair. I warned you." Without waiting for an invitation, Spice murmured softly and entered. "The internet as a whole is now directly responsible for your demise." Bambi remained silent. She looked aside, attempting to contain herself, weeping, with eyes watching her every step. Spice replied, "You have to fight back. Not with fists though, not by shouting. The script has to be flipped." Bambi's eyes were empty when she peered over her shoulder. "Which script has to be flipped? I'm already believed to be dishonest by everyone. A manipulator? A snake? I can't even get Scrappy to look at me." Spice responded forcefully. "Then make them look. Give your side. Go live. Put your own receipts down. Don't give Tasha the last say." Bambi paused, her stomach turned. Was it worthwhile? Even so, is there anything else to say? The truth was concealed by her. Told falsehoods about the child, allow Scrappy to have faith in something that was not true. However, this was not her intention. Over her phone, her fingers lingered. Then she pressed the button. Slowly, she said, "If I go live, there won't be an explanation. The purpose will be to reveal." Spice arched an eyebrow. "Who should be exposed?" Bambi's mouth twisted into what appeared to be a smile. "That person who has been hidden behind the camera the entire time. Tasha wishes to seem clean, as if she were the voice of reality. Please, I am also aware of things." Tasha K. was already 2 steps ahead across town. As her phone blazed with alerts, she sat in her studio glam crew getting ready for her hair. A producer entered with a pile of printouts. "In 15, she will go live." Tasha didn't blink. They said, "I'm ready." Letter. The conflict was said to have resumed 15 minutes later. Texts. Dimas's voice notes. "She pleaded with me for interview access and promised to protect me if I gave her an exclusive. Failed to do so, and guess what? The next week, she betrayed me." Displayed receipts, promises, negotiations, and indications that Tasha K. was more involved in this disaster than anybody had previously believed. She also put up her phone and tapped through screenshots. She twisted it, "And now I'm done being silent. I trusted her once," Bambi stated in her studio. With her jaw clenched and her eyes squinted, Tasha K. watched, her phone vibrating once again as admirers tagged her and demanded answers. Her staff was uneasy. "You want me to answer?" her assistant inquired. Slowly, Tasha shook her head. "No, I'll handle this my way." And handle it. she said. Tasha K dropped her own bomb a few hours later, a completely reworked video with a dramatic opening, music, and everything else. With her gaze fixed on the lens, she added, "Let's clarify a few things. Yeah, I requested an interview and that she be interviewed on tape, but when someone destroys a man's life by concealing the child's paternity and then wants to accuse them, no, boo. You are not allowed to play both the villain and the victim." After pausing, she raised her own phone. "Do you want receipts? This is the complete thread. Every evasion, every rejection, every communication. I didn't try to find a tale. I sought the truth, and I discovered it on my own when she refused to give it to me." She cautioned at the end, "Bring it on, Bambi. If you want to go to public battle, just know, though, that I don't miss." I also received archives. The internet almost crashed. Both ladies were trending in a matter of minutes. Supporters selected sides. Reaction videos were created by influencers. "Keep exposing her," was the simple statement Mama D used while reposting Tasha's video. Scrappy, meanwhile, said nothing. No calls, messages, or postings as of yet. However, he was secretly observing everything, including every live stream, footage, each moment of passion, rage, and dishonesty. He was fed up with everyone speaking for him, and his heart was broken. Just as the fire was beginning to boil that evening, a surprising notice appeared on everyone's phones. At last, Scrappy had posted a single black one message on the screen. "No filters or changes tomorrow, my reality." The cast became disorganized. Bambi let her phone fall. Tasha K stopped recording. Mama D just grinned as the following chapter wasn't about publicity no more. It has to do with facing up. The remarks continued to flow. If anything, they had been energized by Scrappy's unfiltered emotional performance. His relegated to the background while fans analyzed every word, edited his suffering, and converted words into audio for their personal tales of suffering. "This ain't just reality TV. This is real-life pain, and we watched it live," one admirer said in a tweet. Bambi was on a downward spiral across the metropolis. She hadn't slept or